Hi, I'm James. I'm a foot and ankle specialist, and today I'm going to show you the top 10 most comfortable shoes in 2025. I've tested hundreds of trainers, treated thousands of patients for discomfort in their feet, so I know what type of shoes work best for different types of feet. We purchase all of these shoes independently. We've links for them in the description. If you purchase through the links, it helps fund the channel without affecting the price that you pay. So the first shoe we'll talk about is the Brooks Glycerin Max. It's one of the most comfortable, most cushioned shoes on the market. It's got Brooks' brand new DNA tuned nitrogen infused cushioning, so it makes the shoe a bit more lightweight despite the amount of cushioning in it. When you apply pressure to it, you sink into it. It feels really comfortable, really soft without being too soft, unlike the New Balance 1080. It's got a late forefoot rocker which really helps the propulsion phase of the gait. Excellent shoe for standing all day, for walking all day. Some of the downsides to it is it doesn't come in a wide version yet, and the price point would sits around $200. Then in the Asics we've got the Nimbus 26, again another max cushion trainer, 41.5mm of cushioning in the heel with the FF Blast cushioning, so it's really soft, feels like you're walking on a cloud, you sink into it, a little bit softer than what you get in the Glycerin Max. So some of the downsides of that is if you have any history of issues of peroneal tendonitis or ankle instability, it may cause you some issues because it's a little bit soft underfoot. Otherwise, it's an excellent shoe for walking all day. Comes in a normal and an extra wide version for those of you who have a wide foot. Then we have the Asics Nova Blast 5. They've recently updated the cushioning in this to make it the FF Blast Max cushioning. So it's slightly different than what you get in the Nimbus. So while it's really cushioned, it's a bit more balanced, so you don't sink into it as much. It's a little bit more stable. You can use this for running or for walking or for standing all day. It's got incredible durability. So we've taken this for over 60 kilometers of running now, and it's like brand new underneath. So excellent durability, more balanced cushioning than what you get in the previous two models, but still a really comfortable shoe. Nice engineered mesh on top and a great lockdown. Some of the downsides of the shoe is that you may not enjoy it if you're just looking for a softer, more balanced shoe. If you're looking for an all-rounder that does walking and running, this is excellent for you. As we think about more stable shoes that are really comfortable, we've got the Higa Gaviota 5. So it looks very much like the Bondi 8 in terms of cushioning. It's got the CM EVA cushioning, really soft, really cloud-like, sink into it similar to what you get in the Nimbus, but it's more of a maximal stability shoe. It does this through its J-frame, so it's a more dense cushion that runs underneath the shoe all the way up the inside towards the big toe. It doesn't compress as easily as the rest of the cushion in the shoe, so as your foot moves inward or pronates, the denser cushioning is harder to compress, therefore it provides resistance to pronation moments, pushing your foot back outward again. It's got some sole flare where the shoe comes out wider than where your foot sits in the bed, that add extra elements of stability, and it's got the best toe box of all the Higa shoes on the market. It's really wide, gives you loads of space for your toes to display, an excellent maximal cushioned max stability shoe. Then the New Balance 860 V14 is another max stability shoe, but it does it in a completely different way than the Gaviota 5. You can see it's got white cushioning on top, which is really soft, and then a firmer, denser cushioning in the green cushioning underneath. So you've got a thicker aspect of green cushioning on the inside and a thinner bit on the outside, and that creates a wedge, so it tilts your ankle outwards. Therefore, it's one of the only shoes on the market that has a medial wedge. Excellent for conditions like posterior tibial tendonitis. Not so good if you have any history of ankle instability, as it tilts your ankle outwards. It may increase your susceptibility to further ankle sprains. Plenty of room to toe box, broad base of support, nice plush cushioning. Excellent option if you're looking for a unique type of stability underfoot. Then we have the Cloudmonster 2. This is one of the most lightweight max cushion shoes on the market. It's got a TPU plate that runs through the middle of the shoe. Like a carbon fiber plate, it adds elements of stability to the shoe. So while it's got loads of cushioning underneath, it's a relatively firm shoe, which is in contrast to most max cushion shoes on the market. So if you're looking for a really comfortable but firm shoe underneath with lots of cushioning, the Cloudmonster 2 can be an excellent option for you. Some people may not enjoy the fact that it's just got a single engineered mesh on top, so it's very thin. Unlike most max cushion shoes, because they've got added weight, they add in the extra plush upper on top, and they've got a really thin tongue on top as well. So if you're looking for a plush cushion on top, not ideal in the Cloudmonster 2. If you're looking for a relatively lightweight, great in the summer when it's extra hot, the Cloudmonster 2 can be an excellent option. One of the lesser known brands is the Topo Phantom 3. We absolutely love the Topo, as it's got one of the best toe boxes and uppers on the market. It's really nice and cradled and tight in the heel and the midfoot, so really snug fit. And then it really broadens out in the forefoot, so it's got the best wide toe box on the market in our opinion, therefore giving you a great lockdown. So typically those of you who have a narrow heel and midfoot but broadens out in the forefoot, often we see this in people with bunions, hallux valgus or metatarsalgia. This gives you loads of space with a typical wide shoe that's wide from the heel to the forefoot, and then your foot's just swimming inside the shoe. Excellent fit on top, got zip foam cushioning underneath which is nice and balanced, so you sink into a little bit but good energy return. Good for all activities, walking, standing all day, all types of running, but may not be great for race or up-tempo runs. Then we've got a zero drop shoe in the UltraV Olympus 2. So Ultra renowned for having a zero drop, so no difference from the back to the front of the shoe. They've got the Higa Max cushioning, which is quite a firm cushioning. So when we think about the hardness of a max cushion shoe, this is probably one of the firmest on the market. So when you apply pressure to it, you don't sink in too much and tends to push you back out again. It's also got an anatomical toe box similar to what you get in the Topo, so nice and broad, allows your toes to splay. It's not as good of a fit in our opinion in the heel and the midfoot as what you get in the Topo, but some people who are looking for a zero drop shoe with cushioning underneath rather than a true minimalist shoe, the Ultra can be an excellent option for you. Some downsides are, if you are not used to or you haven't tried a zero drop shoe before, you really have to be careful as it places extra pressure on your Achilles tendon and the back of your heel. However, it creates a more even distribution of pressure across your foot, so it's great for conditions like metatarsalgia. Then we move on to the Higa Clifton 9. So this is more of a neutral, responsive shoe as opposed to some of the max cushion shoes that you tend to sink into. So if you're looking for a snappier shoe, so if you're a quicker walker or you want a quicker daily running trainer, this can be an excellent option for you. It's really, really light, one of the lightest shoes that we have out of all 10 shoes. So nice and responsive, it's got some sidewalls to give you some extra elements of stability, an engineered mesh on top. So really comfortable, nice and lightweight, daily trainer if you're looking for a neutral trainer with some cushioning underneath that's super comfortable. The Clifton 9 can be an excellent option. Then finally, when we look at max cushion shoes with some medial arch support, we've got the Gel Chano 31. So you can see on the inside of the shoe, it's got this tab that sits underneath the arch of your foot. That's a more denser cushioning than the rest of the soft plush cushioning in the midsole of the Chano. Therefore, you can feel direct pressure underneath the medial arch of your foot. So not many shoes have this tab underneath the arch in the market still. It's a classic stability feature that we don't see too often anymore. It also has broad base of support, some nice sole flare to add extra elements of stability, and it's a max cushion, max stability shoe. It's got lovely plush cushion on top, which is really comfortable, can be a little bit too hot in the summer if you don't enjoy that. Overall, it's an excellent shoe if you're looking for lots of stability and that support under the arch of your foot. So overall, we've got 10 contrasting shoes, all providing different types of cushioning, support, stability, and different toe boxes. If you have any questions on any of these shoes, or any of the shoes that you currently have, leave them in the comment section. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Otherwise, picking up the shoes through the links in the description really helps the channel and we really appreciate it. Liking, sharing, and subscribing also makes a big difference to us if you don't buy through the links. Thank you very much for watching.